The best duo of 2021, hands down. It's not a debate, and I don't even want to hear your answer if it's not this one. Is don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro. Nagatoro is senpai is
What's going on, people? It's your boy Calwu, and welcome to another episode of Planetwu. Today we'll be recording episode 6 of the award show, 6 Mile, LA Down. Know how we get down.
McNichols, yeah, dig. 6 Mile, Wyoming. You know where I'm from, Mary Grove. Stand up. You know what
Stand
I'm saying?
the
Shout out to
fuck
my
up.
UAD homies as well. Shout outs to Rich Brown's Barbershop out there too. We
Yes,
run
sir.
that thing.
Yes,
We run
sir.
that thing. Oscars, Coney Island. You go hard. That
Yeah.
mobile right there, niggas get shot every day. The gas low.
The
I'm
gas
Detroit
is
to the
low.
day I die,
The
nigga.
gas is low.
Oilfield stand up too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? 14, Square Lake, Glosser, all my streets, nigga.
Dog, fooling. All right, y'all. And today, I got my boy Mike Jack with me. What's good, bro?
What up, bro? You see I'm on tip. I'm off the red. Cheers.
Shit, I ain't got nothing to drink, but cheers, good sir.
That's okay. You got a Dickie in a box shirt on.
I do. I do. Look, it's Doctor Who. It's Doc in a box.
Yeah.
It's Doctor Who's with the dicks and the TARDIS.
That's damn. That's good. You always gotta love crossover cosplays, bro. That's
Yes,
too
sir.
good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just got the what's this?
Deadpool Rainbow with the unicorn kitten. Fire.
One thing we gonna do is have swag, the best swag.
That's a fact. That's a super fact. So, all right, y'all. We gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing we got best story. So Jack, what you got is your best story.
All right. So before we jumped on this conversation, everybody, I didn't realize that one of my favorite animes came out last year. I thought it came out at the beginning of this year. So I had a different answer until right before we came on. Cal was like, nah, bro, that came out in October last year. So I erased everything off my shit. And I just want y'all to know, y'all gonna hear the name of this anime quite often throughout this list because this anime banger. Period. Point blank. It ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. And it's Usama ranking, King's ranking, best story, hands down from last year. And the thing is, last year was probably the best year I can remember in at least, probably ever. I can't remember.
I agree.
I can't remember a year where I was like, "Fuck." I'm
Yeah,
liking every anime I'm watching from January to December.
I agree.
So, and this isn't a bias, like recency bias either, because I went back and I've been rewatching some of the anime at the beginning of the year too, and I kind of revisited it, and it's just something about King's ranking, bro, where one, I've never seen a deaf main character in an anime before.
That's a
And
fact.
I don't know if it's ever even been done, right? There's been characters.
It's been one. It's been a deaf girl in one anime, but other than that,
was like the main character.
Nah, she wasn't the main.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I've seen people not speak, like my man's in Lupin the Third. Like there's like characters that just don't speak or maybe are deaf before.
One gangster.
Yeah,
That's the only other one. That's the only other one.
He was a main character, but he's like main character B. But
Yeah.
yeah, so this one is like what it is. But the best part about why it's the best story though is because they set you up to really like Boji, and it's the first anime in a while that's made me really feel emotions too. So I'm like, God damn, bro!
Yeah.
Like, who cutting onions in this bitch, bro? Like, y'all doing my dog Bo,
doing him dirty.
But also, as the anime go on, they will do a great job of showing everybody else's contributions to the story. Like at first you hate his stepmama, but then you see how hard she was working to actually become his friend, get him to see like how much he loved his mama, or how much she wanted to be his mama, and be supportive of him, learning sign language, going out her way to do shit. First you hate his brother, then you see like he just kind of was hyped up his whole life and sugarcoated, and he wasn't a terrible dude. He just, motherfuckers was yes man in his ass,
For
but
sure.
he also is cold.
Yeah,
Like like his brother died as cold. Then
that's
you
a
see his
fact.
daddy. Then you see, you just it's just so many layers that get peeled back, and they don't take too much time peeling back those layers with each character either,
But
to
they do
where
a
it's
good
like
job of it though.
they do. It's like straight to the point. You get to break it down and then you move on. You even feel bad for a fucking blob, an ink blob. How can I feel emotions for an ink blob with eyes, bro? But his little story for how he got away and met Boji, like that was crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
His first he was shaking my man's down like, give me all your shit, nigga.
No, exactly. You like,
Every
what the
day.
fuck, bro? Then you
Every
find
day.
out this motherfucker parents was killed in front of him, and then he moved in with an abusive dude, but since the dude like showed him love, he just thought of him as like a pops and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that type of storytelling is rare in anime. So a lot of
Yeah.
times they just want to get straight to the point, or they want to get to the fight. Like you
Yep.
don't see character development all the time
Nah.
in that. And I think that, you know, even now I'm not all the way finished with it. I got a few episodes left, because I don't like watching week to week, but it's the one, bro. That
Bro,
story.
I,
Go
I I
ahead. Yeah.
I can't even disagree with that. That was my choice. That was choice 1B.
Hmm.
1A for me was To Your Eternity. To Your Eternity was definitely like To Your Eternity affected me on such a deep level where I had moments where I would be like, bro, before I even start the episode,
That's
I'd be
a
like,
good
please
one.
don't nobody die in this episode.
That's
I
a good
can't
one.
take a death. And they did
Yep.
a really good job of developing the characters, making like even though characters lasted 2, 3, 4 episodes, they did a really good job of making you attached to these characters and giving
Yeah.
them very big roles. And then like the visual and the sentimental value of like the main character Fushi actually
Hmm.
like the people who died left an imprint on him so much that he actually could turn into him and would gain one ability based on that person. So it was like it was just such a the anime was just so freaking good, and I'm so, like I didn't think it was gonna have a season 2, but I am so ready for season 2 to come out. Like season 2 is gonna be fucking stupid, man. That junk gonna be so good.
That's a good choice there. So when you're thinking about best story, Cal, what constitutes something having the best story to you?
Storytelling, like the storytelling got to be on point. Your character development got to be on point. We're in an era of where shonen is king, so you got to at least have a couple decent action scenes in there to keep people's attention because we live in a short attention span, instant gratification society at this point, and I feel that like this did that, and like this is one of the first anime where you see they give you like most anime when they give you an immortal character, the immortal character be so OP. You're not worried about nothing bad happening to him. Like this dude literally be going through everything. Like this motherfucker, his enemy was like, oh yeah, I found a way to kill this dude. He literally can die. They found a way to kill an immortal. So now this dude is like, you know what I'm saying? He's traveling the world. He got a chance to settle down for like what was that time skip? I think the time skip was like between like 5 and 7 years of just
Hmm.
chilling to the point where he never transformed, where you actually seen him grow facial hair. He like aged like a regular person.
Right.
And it was like, yo, that's crazy. And then the enemy came back and was like, you know what I'm saying? At that point, it was like the Fire Nation came and it just fucked all his shit up. It was like, oh yeah, last time I was weak to fire, I figured out a way around that shit, bitch. Fuck all your shit. And it was like, dog, that shit was rough, man. That shit was rough. And like all of that, like, and this anime, like not too many anime layer villains without killing one off. And this one layered villains really, really well
Hmm.
throughout the whole thing.
No, I agree. What's damn, I'm tripping now. What's the joint where my man's went back in time and then ended up going to school with
Oh,
the
Re Life. Re
Re
Life.
Life? Yeah, where he went back to school with the like
The art
main
the art
art
people.
dudes.
Yep. Yep.
So that's like something that's gonna have the exception to me that don't need a firefight scene. I
Yeah,
think, in my
facts.
opinion,
Facts.
because it's not a fighting anime, right?
Yeah.
I love that story. It's an honorable mention for me on my list because I am a type of guy who be like, where the fights at sometimes.
Right.
But I truly do appreciate just thriller animes. Like, Erase might be the first,
Yeah.
not the first, but one of the first modern ones where I was like, okay, I can get back into this.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, so I think that was an honorable mention for me. I just really love the story that they told. I really loved how they used the time travel in there.
Yep.
Because he wasn't doing it without no consequences and shit.
Man, and them consequences was rough.
Rough, bro. And he was just waking up like, where the fuck I'm at? Like, damn, y'all not even gonna give bro memories.
It's like, oh shit, the
You just
calendar.
go,
How the fuck I get back here?
just gonna give dog, just gonna give dog a calendar, bro, and waking up in the bed naked next to somebody. Like, what's going
Right.
on, bro?
Like, oh shit, when the hell I sleep with her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think
shit
I
was
agree
crazy.
with your breakdown of what a best story is as well, though. It's all of that.
Yeah, it's all of that. All right, so best action scene. What you got for your best action
Mm.
scene?
This one was a little harder. Um. So for me, my favorite action scene so far. Oh man, this was hard, bro. This one was hard. The issue is my favorite action scene is not because, just so everybody knows, the credentials for this is the anime has to have started in 2021. We're only
2021.
doing new animes.
Yep, new
So
anime.
if it was a season 2, season 3 of an
Yep.
anime that came out last year, it doesn't count,
Yep,
right?
exactly. Don't
It's
count.
only animes that came out in 2021. So the issue for me is my two favorite ones are season 2s of animes. So I was like, fuck, I can't use those. Like, because Reincarnated as a Slime has some of my
Yep.
favorite
Yeah,
joints in
yeah,
that
yeah,
bitch.
yeah, yeah. Boy, that freaking fight.
So
Oh my god, they did have some crazy ass fights. Whoo, boy.
so then I'm like, all right, let's just go back and take a look. And when I ended up saying, uh I'm looking at it now, and it's Tokyo Revengers, Toman versus Valhalla. It's a
Oh
fucking
yes.
gang fight in Tokyo Revengers. And the reason why I went with this one and why I am still going with this one, because how it started. Like, they all meet up, they go to a spot. There's a dude there that's like, all right, so do y'all want to just go 1v1 or do y'all just want to have a gang fight? Like, he's trying to like set the rules up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then my man's on the other squad, like, bitch, what? Knock that nigga out. And then
Yeah.
said, are y'all here to be on the playground? And then they just start scrapping, bro. Everybody scraps.
Niggas was getting
Dog.
jumped for real, for real.
But the best part is, you think that Mikey about to take an L. You like, oh, he done knocked this motherfucker with the pipe, like. And then the bounce back is crazy. He start whooping their ass. And I'm like, let's fucking go. And it was a good change of pace from like all the you know,
Like the Flash and
spiritual magical fights. Like, this
mhm.
was hands. This was streets. This was Detroit Joy Roll
Facts.
versus Finkel niggas.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
PA niggas ran up on Dexter niggas, and now we scrapping, bro.
That's a
Like,
fact. That's a fact.
that, it was just old school scraps. It was a gang fight. It had a dog ass comeback, and especially in that. And Tokyo Revengers, for me, is an honorable mention in best story too, because of
Yeah.
how they kind of doing everything, and with the time travel,
Yep. Time travel. Yep.
and how they're like kind of. So I'm only saying this because you're starting to like Mikey a little bit at this point. Realize he's not like super garbage, like
Right.
like you thought he was in the beginning of the story. Because the whole reason he's going back is because he killed my man's brother and sister or
Right.
whatever, or the two people. But yeah, that shit was crazy. That's a great fight, and I think that one I'll say my honorable mentions after you name which one
Okay.
you have.
The crazy thing is, man, like I didn't like I could have picked that. Honestly, I'm upset that Tokyo Revengers didn't touch any of the categories like as far as like wins
Yeah.
go, because
Yep.
it was just so much good shit. And
Yeah.
honestly, my best action scene has been in two of the other award shows. Cause just the action in this anime was just so fucking good, man. I
Yeah.
gotta go with Vivi. Episode 12.
Oh, baby.
Vivi and Elizabeth fight an army of androids. That fight scene was sick as fuck, man. They both was just like machine gun in the hallways. They was dodging everything, and they was just jumping through niggas, just elbowing, like kneeing people in the face, and just going, man. Like that. That scene was so fucking bananas. Watching two androids take on a whole army of androids. That shit was sick as fuck, man. Like all the fight scenes in Vivi was just crazy, and I love that even though it was sci-fi, they still did the straight up hand-to-hand combat action. Like it wasn't like a bouncing, flipping flash. You literally got to see all the techniques and movement, and that's what made me go like, yeah, this anime is just fucking top notch all the way around.
Yeah, it is. That anime is fire. I don't remember. Did you tell me to watch it? I think you
Hell
did.
yeah, I did.
And I think I didn't watch it for a minute, and then I just saw it on there, and I was like, "Yeah, bro told me to watch this, and Cal ain't gonna do me wrong going on." And it's such a dope like concept too, with because what was she? Was she first? She was just like a singer,
singing
right?
bot. Yep.
Yeah,
She was a
singing
singing
bot.
bot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like that shit just turned up on your ass, but it's dope though. That's a great one.
Yeah, that junk super
So
what's your honorable
another one.
mention?
So Tac Destiny has a fight where Cassette and Tac fight Blackstone, and that shit just come out of nowhere because it's like this wasn't even like a fighting anime like this.
Right.
So that shit like just caught me off guard. And then my other one is Adam versus Zeus, and what's that fucking anime
Yes,
called,
and fucking Ragnarok. Bro,
Ragnarok, yeah.
That fight was crazy.
That shit was crazy,
bro. That fight was fucking bananas, dog.
My
Adam should not have fucking lost, dog. Adam should not have fucking lost.
That technicality, bro. Come on, bro.
That was some bullshit. But like the Zeus knew what it was.
The leaf over his dick.
That shit ain't going nowhere either. The whole fight. That shit was secure. Look, that's because Zeus knew what it was. Because who was that fucking asked for? I think it was Krishna or Shiva was like, or it might have been Vishnu was like, hey, yeah, let me fight him. He like, you not fighting Adam. I'm fighting him. I'm fighting my son. And he like, just let me fight. He like, you not fighting him. Because I already know what this shit is. You not about to win. You going to get your ass beat. So I might as well just go ahead and get this nigga up out of here right now before he become a problem for anybody else.
Yep. No, it was too good, bro.
Dog,
it was too good.
I gotta go back and watch that fight. That fight was so fucking good, bro.
As that stupid ass anime was, the fight scenes was crazy in there, and they was ridiculous too. And I wasn't mad at it. Bro.
No,
that
not
fight
at all.
had me laughing, but it was also cold, bro.
That's
motherfucker was about to kick a motherfucker, and they like showed it as an axe. Like, oh, his shit that sharp, like it's good. Yeah, that's a good one.
Nah, that's a fire. That's a good one. I gotta go back and watch that fight. That fight was crazy. God, that fight was crazy. I forgot all about that fight. Man, that fight was so damn good. Sheesh. All right. Best duo or pairing. What you got?
You about to be mad at this one.
Okay, go for it.
The best duo of 2021, hands down. It's not a debate, and I don't even want to hear your answer if it's not this one. Is don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro. Nagatoro and Senpai is the best duo in all the anime in all of 2021. You can't beat that chemistry.
No!
You can't beat that sexual tension with a knife.
No!
Every episode they come with the fight.
No, dog. No.
Every episode, she turning him into a man, and I love it. She getting it together. He
See?
get her together. She get jealous when some other girls try to
Yeah.
put their titties in her face. He done grabbed a couple boobs here and there in the
Yeah.
episodes. You
Oh.
can't beat Nagatoro and Senpai.
Oh my god, I can't believe that was your answer. I had no idea. I had no fucking idea where you was going with that one. oh, oh my god, I respect that. I can't even be mad at
Oh
that. I
my
can't.
god.
I'm more surprised than anything. I had no idea that's the route you was going.
I just was up late night and watched that anime randomly. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And because I was on your shit, sometimes I get to this mindset of Cal watch this. Like I know you watched it, so I'm like, let me just watch some random shit too, like he do. And I actually end up liking it a little more than I thought I
Yeah,
was
yeah, that
going
shit is funny as hell, dog. That shit funny
to.
as fuck.
Yeah, what you got for best duo, bro?
All right, so best duo with best parent, I got Gungumba and Mimimpu. Father daughter duo from Sakugan. That shit like a good old like martial arts film of like Wolf and Cub, where the father takes his daughter. They live in a subterranean city, and she has dreams of seeing like the actual sky. So he like, fuck it, let's do it. And they get in a little mech and they just start going to try and get to the surface.
Yep.
And just all the crazy shit they run into, like everybody this is one episode where they all get high and they get sick because like they eat this mushroom, the mushroom get them high and then get them sick.
That's hilarious.
That junk is great. Like Gungumba and Mimimpu for me, it's like it's one of those ones where you got like the kid that call they parent by the first name, but they love their parent.
Yeah.
And it's and their duo is just so good. Like that shit is just so damn good. And it's like he had moments where he like, dog, I just don't know what to do because she's so smart and she's so like adult. Even though she like 8 or 9, she's so adult. He have times where he just don't like. I don't even know how to even handle her at this point, man, because she's smarter than me. You know what I'm saying? So he be trying, man, and I respect him as a father and shit. Like that shit, that duo was just so dope to me, and we've never seen a father daughter duo in anime before, so that one was a good one for me.
That's true. What's the anime? I hate keep asking shit, but fuck y'all. We don't watch so much anime. I can't remember the name sometimes.
Facts,
What's the anime where my man is like super good at the Smash Brothers? It's basically Smash Brothers.
My shit, bottom tier character Tomozaki. That is my shit,
bottom
bro.
tier character Tomozaki. That's when did that come out last year?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, so that's my what's it called, honorable mention, because him and old girl is cold together. She put them together on how to be a real nigga. Stop being a fucking loser.
Facts.
You like games, right? Here's how you level up in real life, dog. How you know? Because I had to do it. I was a lame bitch.
Yeah.
Then I got that BBL.
Right. Kanye's workout plan. Look, bro.
That's a good duo right there. Though.
I've talked about that anime all through this award show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just feel like if that anime came out like 10 or 15 years ago, I feel like it would be vaunted as a classic because it would help a lot of the motherfuckers who's socially awkward. It would literally help them so much if they got out of their own way and got out of their own head.
Right, because it's actually some real advice in there. I'm looking like, oh damn, that's like real advice. You know, sometimes they'll say some shit in the anime where you like, all right, try that shit in real life and see what happens.
get your shit split. Niggas gonna laugh at you.
But she was giving him just talk to 3 people today. Like that's fire. Ask 3 people how they day going. Like you just start off simple like that, and once you do that, you start raising your awareness up in the school. That
Hell
shit crazy.
yeah. And like I said, just teaching them about like social awareness, like where the hierarchy in their social circles are and things of that nature. Like it was just so freaking good. My honorable mention for that, I got 2 of them. I got Yuri and Miyuki from High Rise Invasion. They were fire. Good. And then I got Sorowo and Toriko from Other Side Picnic. They were a dope ass duo too.
Other Side Picnic. I don't think I watched that one.
Bro, that shit is Stranger Things the anime.
Oh yes, you did tell me about that. And I just I hadn't I wasn't in the right mindset to watch that shit.
That shit
But I
go
should have
hard.
watched it.
That
Yeah.
shit go hard. Um, Best direction. What you
Hold on, I
got?
want to give you one more best duo.
Go ahead. What you got? What you got?
um, Kayaruga and Freya from Redo Healer.
Fucking
The
fucks, bro. Listen,
that nigga, that's a wild anime, and that's not. I'm just playing with that duo. Now I don't know if that's really a good best duo because that anime is wild. I just wanted us to have to talk about Redo Healer
bro.
in this episode.
Look, I talked about that shit. What the 4th Award show? That shit was my biggest surprise anime. Cause dog, it was women in the anime community talking about she deserved getting raped. I'm like, when do women say anybody deserve getting raped? I'm like, y'all crazy. I'm like, y'all is yes, bro. Like that junk surprised the hell out of me. I'm like, why is women saying this? Like that shit shocked the fuck out of me. I'm like, dog, I'm like, that shit crazy. I'm like, I never condone no shit like that. I don't give a fuck what she did.
That's crazy.
Maybe get her beat the fuck up by one of your female cousins or something.
Wait till I tell baby D, she gonna fuck you up.
That's crazy. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Best direction. For best direction, I got Jobless Reincarnation, and that's only me counting season 1 going into season 2 because remember we're not counting season 2.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna ask you. I do want to hear your explanation for what you think best direction means.
All right, so when I think of best direction, I think about like where the anime, like what built to the what the build up was to the end of the anime, and then how in my head I like how much it hyped me up for season 2.
Okay, for sure.
And Jobless Reincarnation hyped me up so hard at the end of that season 1 for season 2. I was like, man, this shit go hard. I'm like, this shit crazy. I can't wait for season 2. You know what I'm saying? And then they were like, yeah, season 2 dropping on later this year. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, hell yeah. This is another one of them ones that's dropping 2 seasons in the same year. Cause fucking 86 did the same thing. But I just thought 86 was done. So that season 2 was a surprise for me, man. What about you, bro? What you got for best direction?
So best direction for me is also going to be King's Ranking. I just love where it's going. I love how it's ending. I know that it's about to be some fire moving forward. And you know, I've already said a lot about it. Like y'all get it. This shit is just fire. So I want to go a little deeper into my 1B. And that's Full Dive RPG shittier than real life.
Bro, that is my shit, dog. I fucking love that anime.
I think that anime really has potential to be like a super fire anime because it gave me all the emotions that I think something that's good is supposed to give you. I think you should get pissed off at a main character sometimes. I think you should feel like, what are you doing? Why are you being such an idiot? I think you should feel like, oh, they gave you that redemption feeling, like, oh, he's starting to figure shit out. Oh, he's like just a human. Because you know me, bro. I always get super upset when characters don't do things like certain things, right? Like common sense.
Yeah.
But over the last like 4 or 5 years, I've talked to you and I've had to realize like not everybody is like you, Mike. You have to accept the fact that people aren't going to make the same decisions that you made. Also, you're not in that position. So imagine if you was really playing a game like that and then you killed your best friend on accident. Would you really do what you're saying that you were going to do, or would you might just do something else? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, it's a video game, so I would just went and picked the fucking apples and came back.
Likewise.
Stop being an idiot, but that's what made it so good. So I think that by the time that the anime ended, I don't really want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen these animes, but by the time it ended, it has this open-ended thing. But at this point, the main character has gone through this thing where he's fallen off the horse and gotten back up, gotten back up, and he's constantly fighting with himself like, this game fucking sucks. Why do I keep playing it? But he's telling himself like, I've quit everything else that I've ever done.
Yep.
I'm done quitting shit. I'm about to beat this game to prove to myself that I'm not a fucking quitter, and to prove to my sister, because my sister
she was going hard on that nigga, so tough. Like, you a fucking loser. Fuck out of my face. You ain't gonna do shit but quit anyways, loser. I'm like, bro.
And it's a great like analogy for just gamers in general. That's the
Facts.
reason why a lot of us, a lot of guys who game or shit do these things because it's the only place that they can find success, right? And and you got to make sure that you get that sort of just confidence from something,
Yeah.
and you're not going to be a fucking quitter, and it's going to translate from here. And for the other dude in the anime, it was track. But I feel like the second season could really build on something dope. But I also think that they could fuck this up.
Oh yeah,
really
for
bad,
sure. They
and
for
it
sure
could
could
go
fuck it
into
up
a
real bad.
direction that'll make me bored. And of course, they did this, and they ruined this anime when they could have made this way deeper than what it actually was.
That's a
So
fact.
that's why it's 1B for me, because I know that shit could go either way. This could be one of my favorite animes of all time, or it could just be another one that flies.
Absolutely fucking hate it. I agree. And honestly, I fucking love the anime, that anime too, and I would choose that as a 1B as well, just for the simple fact that you got like the main character, like you said, he funny as hell. He quit a whole bunch of shit, and then you just watching him get back up on get back up on his horse, keep trying again. And doing one of the things that is frowned upon in the gaming community, pulling up strat guides.
The strategy guide.
Pull up the strat guides, but he needed it. He needed it.
The strategy guide is the funniest part of this anime, by the way. It's too good.
Facts, man. So I agree with you. That shit, it could definitely be shitty. For sure.
And this could go either way, Cal. It really could, bro.
I hope it don't get shitty, man. I hope it don't get shitty, because that junk is definitely really good. Honestly, his triumph.
Really?
Go ahead. What was I about to say? His triumph reminded me of how I felt when I played Slay the Spire. And it's like, dog, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep going till I teabag this bitch.
That's a great, bro. That's such a great analogy. This shit really is like a roguelike anime, bro.
Facts.
That's crazy. Except for you can't die in this. He can't really die, but he kind of do things that you gotta watch it. Y'all see. He do things that'll help him out at certain points. But yeah, that shit's great. But it could be ass.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, so best isekais. I got 2 for this one. I got a bona fide 2. My first one is Faraway Paladin.
Okay.
Faraway Paladin was just
I hate Paladin.
You said who?
I think it's called Sai Hate Paladin. Say Hate.
Yeah.
That's like the
Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Faraway Paladin was just so dope to me. I loved how they started him off as a baby with his actual regular mind, and because that part right there reminded me of Saga of Tanya the Evil, where he was reborn into a girl's body and had his mind as a baby and was just trying to figure shit out. Yeah. And then like you had him and he was like learning from a warrior skeleton, a mage ghost, and a zombie cleric. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, and just watching how he grew and how he tried to put things together, and how he got to a point where he was like, yeah, the whole world is on my shoulder. I got to put the world on my back, and I got to keep running with it, and blah, blah, blah. And just watching him do that was like, okay, this guy is going through a lot, and he don't need to shoulder all that weight, especially when he got his partner. So that's one of the reasons why that was one of the best isekais for me. Fucking love the direness of it. And the second one was So What, I'm a Spider.
Yeah,
that one was so fucking funny. That shit was so damn good. Both intros are fire. Both outros are fire. And then, not to mention, we had a main. This was honestly what I was expecting. How reincarnated as a slime was gonna be when they showed him in that cave, and they kind of quickly pushed us through that cave arc where he kind of got in and out in one episode. Where this one, we watched her grind for like 12, 15 episodes, grinding in this fucking cave trying to get out, which actually was a span of
it was 2 episodes. Took slime 2.
Oh, 2. Okay, took him 2, but it actually took her a bunch, and all that time was actually over like 100-year time span. So she was in that bitch grinding for like 100+ years trying to find a way out. And like just killing shit that was stronger than her, learning how to get stronger, learning, you know what I'm saying, just learning different things about her, even to the point of like, you know what I'm saying, where she even had to fight her own mother. That shit was crazy. Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. That anime was just so good to me as far, for
Damn, I
forgot
about that.
That shit was good, crazy. Man. That shit was so good. What about you, bro? What you got?
This is my shit. I'm a Isekai connoisseur. I wake up and eat this shit for
I
breakfast.
hear that.
So both of the ones that you said is on my honorable mentions list for sure. Um, Faraway Paladin. I think that started off super strong for me. Midway through, it kind of waned, and then towards the end, it finished off
Yep.
strong.
Yep.
So that's the only reason why it didn't like win for me. Um, the spider one is fire too. It just was that shit was fire too. It just didn't beat up the one that I have. And my favorite isekai from last year was The World's Greatest Assassin, bro.
That one
I
was
just
definitely fire for sure.
For me, dog, I just really enjoy like for some reason I really enjoy the isekais where the motherfucker come back I think that's all of them. They kind of remember what they're doing, but they
Mm-hmm.
start off as babies. I always like that, so you can see their progression
Yep.
and how they Oh, hold on, let me think about this, bro. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Like, give me 1 second, y'all, because I wanna
Yeah, that jump was
look up
fire.
something.
It was like I
But
said, it
yeah,
was a lot of fire.
but
Isekai.
it's close for me though because so I'll just go into Oro's Greatest Assassin. The He's super serious throughout the anime,
For sure.
and it doesn't take that weird turn that a lot of these isekais take now to where they end up becoming harems. He's got a
Yeah.
couple girls with him, but it's not like sexual for him. He's just like, I need helpers,
Mm-hmm.
and they're becoming super dope and super tough.
Facts.
And you can see that his mindset starts off as, I have a job to do. So everything that I'm doing is towards this job
Yep.
that I've got reincarnated to do. Kill, blah, blah, blah. Because he was a great assassin in his previous life. He got reincarnated and now he has to assassinate somebody in this other world. So that's
Right.
all he's focused on. And even as a young kid, he's like befriending people and he's being super nice and charismatic to them to their face, but in his head he's thinking, all right, I've gained their trust, now they'll do anything that I want them to do, and this is
Yep.
going to help me out in my long run. But as the seasons go by, you start seeing him kind of realizing like, maybe I do need friends. Maybe I can't do
Yeah.
shit the same way I did it when I was in my other life.
Yep. Yep.
And then two, um, just him taking on these different personas. Hey, as an assassin, you have to be able to adapt here and there. So they kind of take a little turn throughout the thing to make him become like a merchant and shit,
Yep.
which I actually really like.
That
Sometimes I
was
don't like
fire.
that shit. Sometimes I don't like that shit. It's like, get to the point. But they do a real good job of explaining why he got to do it. So then there's Mushoku Tensei,
Mm-hmm.
where it's the same kind of aspect, right? But why I got them head to head, I think I got them both as a slash here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that came out in January of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So my man's in the main character comes out like a perv, like, oh, these some titties, I'm about to suck on them. That's the first thing he say when he get revived, right? But the best thing about this joint is that he is a young kid, and even though he still has his mind from his previous life, you can see that there's something about being young that's starting to seep into him. Like, why
Mm-hmm.
he'll do things and be like, fuck, why'd I do that? And
Yep.
you'll say it's because you're a fucking you'll realize like it's because you're a kid, and that is taking effect of you,
Yep.
hormones and
Yep.
all this other shit. Your brain ain't fully developed yet, so you're still doing goofy shit, even though you kind of have your same adult brain back there. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's certain times where he starts hating on his dad. My dad's a fucking scumbag,
Yeah,
and
man.
then he'll be like, I'm just like that
I'm
motherfucker.
just like that nigga. Apple don't fall too far from the tree. That's a fact.
But I think it's just so good because every time he gets to a point where he thinks he knows it all, he gets put back in his place where something happens, and he's like, I didn't think that through, and I fucked up.
I fucked up.
And then what's the best part about this is there's real consequences in this anime for when he fuck up. People are dying, people's lives are getting fucked up, and he's like having to learn that shit. Like, I gotta chill because yes, I'm strong, yes, I'm smart, but I'm not as strong as I think I am, and I'm not as smart as I think I am. Because he even runs into blocks with his magic early on. He learns all that shit from his main magic teacher, right? And then he's like he writes her and he's like, I got a block here. I can't learn no more. I don't know where to go from here. And he has to start traveling and doing other shit in order to take his stuff to another level.
Yeah, that's
And
when
if
she
y'all
told him
watch
to go
that,
to the school.
yep,
She's like, go to the
exactly.
school. Yep.
And if y'all watch the anime, a lot of shit happens. He ends up somewhere else, and then it takes his trouble, his decision making and magic and learning ability to another level.
That's a
Because he
fact.
keeps having to get reminded, like, I'm not who I think I am.
Who do you think you are? I am.
And I just think that shit is so fire. Because most times when you see these isekais, they go to another world. You know, they already Super Saiyan God, Goku. A nigga walk up, they slap him, and they fly away. You just OP the whole series. All the bitches want you, so now it's a harem as well. Like these two animes don't do that. They show the hardships. They show that these dudes is good at what they do, but they still gotta learn. They still gotta dedicate themselves to their craft, and they still gotta work their way up to being the best in their respective categories. And that should, I always like that, the more realistic joints.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a couple on here that I would have said, but they just all turned into harems or turned into some bullshit towards the end, so I can't even mention them.
Yep, that's a fact. I respect that. And then you know what I just realized? I realized I fucked up. Because I had G Money's list down, and I just pulled it up, and I'm like, shit, G Money list is here.
Oh, he had some stuff for this?
For sure. He got one for everything. So I'm gonna run through his list to up where we at now.
G Money.
So G Money for best story.
Flash a picture of G Money on here too, right before you do this. Just so we could just a quick flash of his face.
I got you. I'll do it.
His worst Facebook page picture.
You an ass. All right, so G Money for best story. He ain't got nothing like that.
Nah, put his face in my hand.
Right there. Got you. All right, so G Money for best story had Ranking of Kings for his best story. We already know why. Ain't even got to go through that.
No.
His best action scene was Vivi episode 9, where Vivi and Matsumoto.
You said 12, right?
Huh?
You said 12.
9. Mine was 12. His was 9.
Yours was 12. His is 9.
Yep. His was Vivi and Matsumoto versus Antonio and Yugo. That fight was crazy.
Yugo!
Yeah, Yugo! That fight was crazy. You know, straight up hand-to-hand combat with her and her little stuffed animal fighting in the VR and in real life both at the same time against Yugo and his AI. That shit was crazy. That fight scene was crazy from top to bottom. His best duo and pairing was 06 and Alice from Combatants Unleashed.
Okay.
Which is they were pretty dope. I like scummy fucking main characters, and 06 is definitely scummy. But he's a nice guy scummy.
Scumbag.
Best direction, he has Vivi Fluorite Eyes. Shit's fire. Everything about it. It's like a crazy new age Terminator story, but done better. Shit sick as hell.
That's a good anime.
His best isekai is actually I could use this as an honorable mention because it's another scummy main character. Fucking love it. Dungeon Black Company.
I knew you was gonna say Dungeon Black.
That nigga.
There's no way that this motherfucker said that was the best isekai.
That was the best isekai.
He just trolling. I like it though. That shit is not the best.
He not trolling. This what he actually feels, and I'm gonna tell you why he feel this way.
He goofy. G Money, you a fucking goofball.
G Money feels this way because first and foremost, he was a guy that was rich as hell. He got his riches so he could be a NEET. Then he get transported to a whole nother world and got to start all the way back from the bottom and make it all the way back to the top. And every scheme that he did, first he schemed to get fucking get one of his coworkers on his side. Then he schemed and got the Dungeons Dragon on his side. Then he schemed and started a fucking strike force with the ants and made them turn on their own queen and then got her too.
and then talked to the ants and started a goddamn
Union, dog. He
union.
said, "Give me the. We got a union." They said union. He said, "Yeah, I'm from the anthill over on 24th Street. We got unions over there. We tell our queen what the problem is." He like, "Word for sure." Like, hell yeah, let's go do this shit.
That shit is stupid.
That
bro.
nigga fucking put in that work.
That's a funny anime. That's a goofy
That
anime.
nigga-
That's not the best
that
isekai.
that nigga, listen, but that's why G Money said it, because that nigga put in the work. Ain't no I got all this magic shit. Because most people, when they get isekai, they get the abilities and magic. That nigga ain't got none of that shit. He a regular, degular ass human that got to scheme against dungeon monsters and demons and all type of shit.
Oh man! All right, so go ahead. Let's hit the best fall then.
Best fall anime. I'm gonna start with my honorable mention, and I want you to start with your honorable mention, because I think all of us has a resounding same thing for the best fall anime. I'm pretty sure we all got the same one.
For sure.
So my honorable mention was it's called Heike Monogatari.
Heike Monogatari.
That shit was fucking beautiful, man. It was like one of those historical fiction anime about a girl that was homeless that had two different color eyes. And when she covers up one eye, she can actually see ghosts and spirits around her, and they can kind of actually communicate with her. And sometimes she can see the future.
Okay.
She runs into a guy that's from the Heike clan, because she's homeless, she like by herself. She runs into the guy from the Heike clan because she sees in the future that their clan is about to like go to shit and they're gonna lose. So she makes her way to the head son of the clan and tells him. So he takes her in and he's like, "Huh, you got a different color eye too." He was like, "What do yours do?" And she was like, "I can tell the future." So he covers up one of his eyes, and with his eyes he can communicate with ghosts and shit. So and like just watching them two communicate, the wars was like the battles and the wars was cold. The politics between the Hankies being like the strongest family under the king, and watching them like the king like, "Yeah, I don't like what y'all doing, blah blah blah," and watching them sling they dick like, "Bitch, we the reason why y'all strong. Fuck you." And then watching the king actually be like, "Damn, you right," and kind of like cower. Like, man, that anime is just so fucking good, and the music in it, man, the score in that anime go fucking stupid.
You know, I think that's an underrated thing in animes, bro. The music gotta be fire, bro.
Facts.
Right? If like you want to be a top tier anime, there's got to be like a fire theme song and or just like throughout the anime actual episodes, like songs that are playing that niggas will recognize when it come on, you know.
Facts. And you'll recognize all of them, because all of them got like the old school historical like singing where they like sing from their throats and like the diaphragm, and it's like all to like the shamisen guitar and shit.
Oh
man, that shit just goes so hard, man. The score and they always do the scores, like the scores get crazy around the time where like people start dying after she predicted, and it's like dum 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 dum, and then like the singing go, and you be like, "Oh my god, man, that junk is so damn cold."
Yeah, that's fire.
And then best fall anime, everybody got it, same one. Osama ranking.
Yeah, it is for sure. Let me do my
go ahead. Yep.
My honorable mentions though, for sure. I just really think that everybody should watch Tac Op Destiny. It's just so, it's a little different, like, and it's just got a great premise to me, especially if you like music and shit. It's got a great like, you know, theme for that, dog. Another honorable mention that I actually didn't watch until 2022 is Blue Period.
Blue Period is so good, bro.
I think that Blue Period was super fire, bro.
Blue Period was super fire.
And it's another one of those ones, if you want to break from the fight in anime and shit and just want a great story, go up there and watch that shit, bro.
That's a fact. That's a super fact.
My third one, that's before I just like do the rapid fire is banished from the heroes party. Um,
Yes. Yes.
that's one that kind of, I don't know if you want to say that got harem-y, but he picked up a girl in that, but the premise of that was really good. There's like a good backstory in there to why he left the party and where he went and how everybody kind of meeting up towards the end was really good. So um I like that. And then World's Finest Assassin, and then is another one where I just think everybody should watch that. And then, like you said, it's King's Ranking was the best shit to come out in the fall, bro.
That's
Period
a
point
fact.
blank.
That's a fact.
Period point blank. It's not, if you haven't seen Usama Ranking, aka King's Ranking, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the image of anime that you used
Used
to.
to, right? Oh man.
Because the animation style, the storytelling, the
Yep.
characters, the way they flashback, all that shit is
All
great,
of it.
bro.
All of it goes stupid. All of it.
Yeah,
All of it. Definitely the best anime um, for the fall. Easy. It's not even. It's no contest. It's
not
super
even no.
easy. I just had to get my honorable mention with Heiki because I enjoyed it so much, and I know a lot of people not gonna fuck with it like that or watch it or even heard of it. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I wanted it to win, but I just can't.
It can't, bro. It's all right. It's all right.
It can't.
That's what the honorable mentions is for.
Yeah, like it just can't. Osama Rankin was just too fucking good. It literally was perfect. And bro, the ending eluded that it might be a season 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Like how it ended, it could either just end right there and it'll still be cool, but it looked like it's alluding to a season 2 of how it ended. And I pray to God that a season 2 drop next year, cause that shit gonna go stupid. Pray for real, that shit gonna go stupid. Man, that junk. Man, I can't wait till you finish it off to hear what you think of them last couple episodes. Man, that junk goes super hard.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But yeah,
Cal, I appreciate you bringing me on for this year's anime award show.
man, appreciate you for stopping
I
through.
appreciate you even thinking that I have enough knowledge and to even contribute to things as this. But you the GOAT, bro.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it. Look,
If y'all don't understand that this man watches every fucking anime, every one that dropped, that's crazy. And then we remembering them bitches.
look, and shout out to my boy Darcy because he was like, he watched the War Show 3 and he was like, Cal, he was like, what you need to do in one of these ones, he was like, you just need to be like, give everybody the scope of how much anime you watch. He was like, because people probably just think these are just biases and like, and I'm like, okay. So literally at the beginning of the last one, I'm like, 100, like it was like 100, over 100 dropped last year. And it was like pretty much ballparking on 140. And I watched every single one of them.
Yep.
And that's not even including the ones that continue, because I watched those too.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Bro, I be telling people that springtime, that shit was rough. In the spring, I was watching like damn near 70 anime every week. That shit was rough, bro.
I know, but it's worth it, dog.
It was.
Because we get to make these lists and come up with this shit for people to watch, dog.
It was.
And just so y'all know the website, tell them the website real quick,
It is
Cal.
www.planetwu.com.
We're going to be having all the anime on there, ranked up, these videos. Because these awards are just telling y'all what the best ones is. And then we have our honorable mentions to tell y'all what the second ones is. But when years like 2021, there's so many suggestions. So
man, so many.
We're gonna come up with a good way to give y'all the suggestions throughout the weeks, throughout the years for every type that y'all want. Y'all want slice of life, y'all want thriller, y'all want shonen, you want isekais. We're gonna get together and we're gonna break it down, bro.
Mm-hmm. We got articles on there right now. It's 3 articles up. Probably my favorite one, my favorite 2 out of those 3 articles, because G Money should be dropping his articles this week. 2 of them I wrote. One of them was the anime of 2021 that had female main characters, where the whole cast was female. That shit was powerful early in the year. That junk was, all of them was crazy. All of them went stupid.
And there's some great animes like that too.
Man, and then the second article is why bottom tier character Tomozaki is important for the anime community to help people with social anxieties to get over them.
That's fire. I
Yep.
love it.
So and then check out the YouTube page, and then Mikey get your stuff, because Mikey do, what I'm saying, like Mikey raps, Mike Jack raps, what I'm saying, and a podcast. Shout the podcast out too.
Sir, No Consensus Podcast, and then Co-op Cosign as well, where we sit down with artists, play a game, and go through one of their projects and have them break down their whole project. If you love nerdcore, nerdy rapping shit, or if you love hip hop shit, just regular rap shit, Mike Jack Raps. My name is Mike Jack, MIC space JACK. And it's at Mike Jack Raps on all social media, and you can find my stuff anywhere streaming is. I'm the man, bro. We gonna have all the vibes for you music wise, so let's get it.
Fact. And listen, especially the lo-fi joint. That shit.
Raps to relax.
Raps to relax too. I bang that shit so hard. That shit goes hard.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, bro, that shit go hard. Yeah, but all right, y'all. That's it for this episode of Planet Woo, episode 5 of the award show. And we appreciate y'all just for rocking with us here at Planet Woo. This is calwu with Mike Jack signing off. Peace.
Peace.